Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Tarot and Energy Messages, Angel Messages with Reina. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. I apologize for being MIA for a while. I was sick, but now I'm well and I am back, and I am making a comeback, and I chose this date to make a comeback because it's my birthday and I am feeling very grateful to have made it one more year, and that is a blessing, and that is a my way of giving thanks to God, the universe, that I was gifted with another year. So I am very happy, and through that happiness and that gratitude, I hope that you accept this reading as my way of showing gratitude, and I hope that these messages are uplifting and helpful in your journey. These messages are going to be for everyone from the sign of Libra, and they're dated. The intention has been set because the cards have already been prepared and set, and they are for Friday the 19th through the 28th. However, there's no timestamp on it. As you know, it's basically when you are guided to watch the video, it's really when you were meant to receive the message, and that's really how this works. I will start by raising my own vibration, just because this is something that I always do with my chakra singing bowl. And I'm going to start my reading by basically nothing has changed. The layout remains the same. They're going to start with the three main cards that are going to represent your main energy, or the energy that you will embody this week. That will be within your energy field this week. So these three cards are going to represent that exactly. So, and I'm going to pull two additional cards, and these cards are going to represent your conscious mind and subconscious mind. And the conscious mind are really those thoughts, those things that are in our mind. They are playing on the front of our mind. And the subconscious mind is the opposite of that. Those are things that we might not even be aware of, but they are nonetheless they're nonetheless important, and also they're very much connected with our subconscious is connected with our source, with our higher self, the universe. This, in some cases, it's information that needs to come to the surface for us to process it, because it's in our best and highest good. And a lot of times it's information that needs to be processed in order to heal. So it's going to be different things for different people. And then I'm going to pull two additional cards, and this is basically what I call the overall for the reading, or more like what the universe will want you to know, or that you could benefit from knowing, or could potentially avoid to make your transition through the week smooth. And that's really the goal, is to help us navigate as we move through this so-called life. And that's my main goal, to offer you a little bit of guidance with these tools that are the cards. So I am going to pull in additional cards from the Spirits of Love and Light, and this could be a spirit loved one. This could be family member, could be an ancestor, it could be a family friend, someone from the spirit world who is no longer with us, but is very much with us in spirit. And that is from my Reiki chakra deck, and that is basically going to tell us which chakra may be influencing your current situation. So that is the card, or that you may benefit from working on to obtain the best outcome possible. And this is from archangels, and that basically also seems like it's talking about chakras, and the chakra that you may be able also to benefit from clearing. So this is a general reading, disclaimer, so it's not aimed at a particular subject or situation or question. So therefore, it will take for us to discern the messages and apply it however they fit within our lives. And they're going to mean different things for different people. I'll give you different scenarios, and you get to decide what they mean to you. And in some cases, the messages might not resonate with you at all. So please release them and let them go, as they may not be for you. So let's get started. And let's start with your main energy. Wow, I love it. This is actually, so far, I'm loving what I see. Um, and this opening with the Ace of Cups, it suggests that you are at the beginning of something great. That something that have to do with love. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. For a lot of you, it will mean a relationship. In some cases, it could be that you recently got married, or that you are going to. It's the beginning of a marriage or the beginning of something. But it's something that have to do with your heart, because we're talking the Ace of Cups. It's very much related to your heart, and it's something that is bringing you that emotional, health, and it's basically having like the cup overflow type of thing. So this is basically the beginning of something that is making your heart just overflow, which is beautiful, and which I love it, because it's also very much connected with our higher self. With the highest priestess is basically the card that it's the highest spiritual card that has that is the one that is connected to our spiritual aspect of ourselves. That it means, what it means in this particular reading, it means that this new beginning is highly blessed by the spiritual, by God, the spiritual world. It's basically comes with an umbrella of blessings. Um, it's a decision made through your intuition, and it's basically, this is the card that talks about, the future, and the unknown too, and the esoteric, the spiritual realm, really. It's the card of mystery. But in the place where they fell under, that's the place that it's at, is very much supporting that new beginning that you are in. And it's going to be different things for different people, because even though it's very much linked to the heart, there are many things that bring a lot of happiness to our heart. Like finding a great job will make us very happy, will fill our hearts. It's something that is essentially making you very happy at your heart level. And it's like I said, because being a general reading, if it was a love reading, this would be a no-brainer. It's love, right? But because it's general, it could mean many things. But it's nonetheless a beginning on something that it's making you blossom. It's making you feel very happy, which is it's beautiful. It's a beautiful reading, really. I mean, it suggests that through all this new and happiness and kind of learning and and going through the motions of what it means to begin something, you will need to set some boundaries, and persevere. I mean, it's not saying through this new beginning that, kind of like marriages, for example. Marriages could be very beautiful, but they are a lot of work. Sometimes you do have to set boundaries, and not saying that taking away the romantic aspect of it, because there's still a lot of joy within, depending on the kind of marriage that we're in. But I mean, out of experience, my marriage is something that brings joy to my life. It doesn't define me, but it's an addition to my happiness. So it's beautiful, but you do have to set boundaries on both sides. I mean, my husband and myself, and it's work. You have to persevere. You're not always gonna agree to things, but you keep working. That's how it works for everyone. But in your case, it suggests that you're in an advantaged position, because you have the vitality, you have what is necessary, you have the spiritual guidance, you have the physical support of the earth support, the physical support, and you have everything that you need to to stand and persevere and keep going and stand your ground too. I mean, it's important for you to when you're going to establish anything new, whether this is your job or whether it's new, whatever this new beginning is, boundaries are going to need to be set. I put the example of a marriage. It's just an example, and it may, for some people, it may resonate perfectly, but for others, it may be a new beginning on a job or a new beginning on something, a journey, a trip, or something. But nonetheless, you're going to have to, stand your ground. You're going to have to, which suggests that there might be some obstacles that you are going to have to overcome, just like when you start anything new. But you have everything that is required, so you really don't have anything to worry about. This is the card that suggests that there's work to be done, but you have what it takes. So it's actually not a bad card at all. It actually makes sense. Now, what I get in your mind frame and your conscious mind, this is something that you are very much aware. There is something in your mind that you have self-imposed limitations. There is something that it's in your head, that is in your mind, that you're bonded to, that you feel like you can't see clear, or you need to be honest and to bring some changes in awareness, because you feel the paralysis analysis. So basically there is some self-imposed limitations that needs to be lifted, because what this tells me that it could very much be in reference to this new beginning, or it could be something else, but there is something in your mind that you just keep thinking about. But these are things that only exist in your mind. I mean, when we overthink things, we create things that don't exist. And they exist because they're in our mind, but they don't actually exist, as they're only primarily thoughts. So through that acknowledgement, you could release them, because you, through whatever it is that it's going in your mind, that busy talk, it's happening in your head, and it's only holding you back because it's in your mind. You're imposing those thoughts in yourself. It's easier said than done, but you could, by acknowledging them, you could free yourself from it, because then you realize that, hey, I'm making this up. I call it I'm making shit up, and excuse my language, but sometimes we do. Our minds are so busy creating conflicts in some cases, or creating scenarios that are not really necessary. So we all do that from time to time in different circumstances, but we do. So in which scenario are you creating an unnecessary conflict? On which, this is going to be for you to decide what it is that you're overthinking, because that's really what that card means. You're overthinking, and through overthinking, your mind is like it's creating a fog, and through that fog you can't see. So that's really, and that's what's creating internal conflicts in your head. So that's really what the card means. But that's really easy to process, because you actually got a beautiful car. I mean, seriously, you got a beautiful car. You got the sun. The sun, you could Google it. It's the best card on the whole tarot. So, and this, it fell in the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is connected to our source, to the universe, to our higher self, so to our connection. So it's basically what the universe has for you at the subconscious level. You might not be aware of, because you're too busy overthinking things here and overanalyzing. But you started a new path that it's happy, but you're overthinking it. Sure, it's gonna take some adjustments and some work. Yeah, but you got what it takes. And what I love is that you got the sun. The sun is the card that talks about success and happiness and prosperity and hope and love and joy. Satisfaction, vitality, and clarity, understanding, and achievements and fulfillment and good news. So this is all what the universe has for you. The universe wants to give it all to you, but you just have to kind of fight your own mind, so to speak. Also another thing is that what the universe wants you to know is that you may have some childhood memories, or kind of the past is kind of returning, or maybe you may be reminiscing on the past and having a bit of nostalgia coming to you from time to time at this particular moment. But it's good to think of the past, but let's not live in the past, because the past was, but it's not, and it's not going to come back. So let's just move forward. A lot of times it's good to remember the lessons and bring them with you in case you need them, but don't put them on top of your bag, because they're gonna they're gonna get on the way of what's really important. So, and this card also talks about, having nostalgia, like I said, but it also talks about harmony and happy moments at home. So, goodwill and kindness. But this is actually, six is, it's always the card of harmony, and it's the card of, balance, because that's what six represents. And well, for some of you, it may be a warning to maybe steer away from, and dancing with nostalgia and the past. um, it's also a card that suggests that there will be, happiness and harmony and goodwill at home. So it's actually not a bad card. So it could be either or, depending on which sector, which place you find yourself. If you find yourself stuck on the past, reminiscing in your childhood, or going backwards, when you have a new beginning, you don't need to go backwards. Um, but overall, this is the a card that talks about that the universe is really saying there's goodness, and there's goodwill, and there's kindness, there's harmony, and there's beautiful things around you. They go very much in alignment with the sun. But the word in here is like, don't cover all those good things with going backwards with your nostalgia or your past. Just leave it where it is. And what a beautiful card to end the reading with, because we open it with the Ace of Cups and we're ending it with the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups just basically reinforces, and I love it when this happens, because right now I am literally working with 3 different decks. The decks have 78 cards. So to get the Ace of Cups twice is kind of like the universe is really talking to me, really saying, you need to say this. So I'm saying this again, loud and clear. You need to focus on your new beginning and this new love, or for a lot of you will be marriage, and a lot of you, it's something that is emotionally healthy, that is just like the cup overflowing. In whichever sector of your life this may be, this for a lot of you will be a new job, for a lot of you will be marriage, a new relationship. It will mean a new home, a new anything, but it's something that is making you very happy. So focus on that. Don't entertain so much the past, because the past is not, it's not coming back. And we probably don't want it, because based on what you got here, you got great things going on. So let's focus on that. And one of the chakras that you may benefit from paying attention to it here, it's mentioned in the heart chakra, but Archangel Metatron is saying, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using secret geometry. So if you find yourself in a little bit of a funk or unclear, like for example, if you can see clearly, most likely you may have a little bit of a blockage on your third eye chakra, because that impacts our ability to see clearly. So you could pray. If you find yourself in a moment of conflict where you can't see clearly, then that will be something that you, for example, that you can do. The spirits of love and light are saying to you, light. Imagine yourself as it being composed of energy and light, because it's really, that is precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to you. Brilliance. This is a time to remember how brilliant you truly are. So exactly, we're all made of light. We're all made of our source, our creator. So whether we believe it or not, we don't have to believe it. It is what it is. We are all connected. We might not agree with each other, or we might not believe in the same things, but essentially we're all connected in one way or another. So that's basically what that card is saying. Your spirits of love and light want you to know that you are brilliant and people are attracted to you because you have that light, that spark. Now, the heart chakra, let's move into what the heart chakra represents and what it means. Basically represents harmony, power of love, giving and receiving, and sharing, sharing growth and balance and and when it's out of balance, you could have a little bit of issues with controlling your rage or anger and hate and maybe feeling despair, um, and maybe not being in harmony. And see, here the Six of Cups for some of you suggests that you may not be feeling like that harmony, and when you're stuck in the past, you're maybe not so much in harmony. But the reason why it will be important for you to reinforce and make sure that this chakra remains strong and in alignment is because the heart chakra very much helps the rest of the chakras. It's like some people will call it the power chakra because it's a chakra that aligns the rest of the chakras, and it affects different parts of our beings. Not only with the emotional aspect, but with the physical aspect of things. It affects our heart, our lungs, our circulation, our hands, our shoulders, our breast, our upper back. I mean, it affects at the physical level. When the blockage becomes, or when there is a blockage, or things are not in alignment, you could manifest little discomforts here and there. So it's important to keep it in alignment. But the reason why it's important to keep it in alignment is because you want to continue on this flow. You have a very beautiful flow here. If something throws your chakra out of alignment, like the Eight of Swords, you could lose the beautiful path that you are directed to. If you pay attention to the Eight of Swords, or get onto the negative aspect of the Six of Cups, which is living in the past, it could throw you off this beautiful path. And one of the ways that you could make sure that you stay in alignment with your heart chakra, that is also going to benefit the rest of the other six energy fields, the other six chakras, because the heart chakra, like I said, it helps balance the rest. It's a very important chakra. All of them are important, but the heart chakra is very important. So because it helps balance the rest. I work with stones, and I also work with essential oils. So I'm gonna go with essential oils because it's just the easiest part to start with. Essential oils, you could use them in a diffuser like that, and they're fairly inexpensive. And you could use, there's a selection of essential oils that you could use. I personally going to tell you the ones that I use. I use rose. If that's not a scent that resonates with you, you could try bergamot. Is another one. The scent is just beautiful. Holly is another one that it's beautiful. But one of my top favorites is bergamot, and it's right here, and it's just beautiful. I have literally go through the bottles and you don't have to put that much, but that's just how much I use it. I love it that much, and it's amazing what essential oils could bring to your life. They are such an add-on to your life. They carry a particular vibration, especially if you select the right essential oil, as I indicated, because they carry a particular vibration. That vibration is going to resonate, like the ones I give you are going to resonate more and really at the heart chakra, and they're going to help you clear or continue maintaining that balance that your heart chakra needs to continue having. So that essential oil, the options I give you are actually going to be your best choices in terms of continue, maintaining your heart chakra. Because the word that I'm guided to tell you is maintain, because it's not really necessarily out of balance. It's just you need to stay there. Now there's some stones and crystals that you could use. I make bracelets. I'm a Reiki practitioner. I make them for men and female, but you don't have to purchase them from me. I have a website, but you can purchase them from anywhere as long as they're quality. They're actually two stones because the rose quartz also works with the heart chakra, but aventurine is one of them. It's right here, and jade is another one, and they look very similar. So if you are not into jewelry, you could have something, I call this pocket stones, and you could carry this in your pocket or in your purse, and this carry a very strong vibration. So this is very important, and it will help you stay in alignment with your heart chakra. If you're into bracelet, you could have a bracelet made for yourself. I make them for male, and obviously the design is different, the beads are bigger, but it's really, just make sure it's a quality stone and carry it with you for that week, or just to maintain and stay on that positive side of your heart chakra being in alignment, and keep it in alignment, because you have a beautiful journey here in front of you, a beautiful beginning that is, it's aiming you to a beautiful destination, and you need to stay on that path. Now, an affirmation that you could use is, I have unconditional love and compassion for myself and others. I release the past and I embrace who I really am now. I forgive myself and others, and I'm open to see all things differently. My heart is filled with compassion, joy, forgiveness. I gladly give and receive from the depth of my heart. That is a beautiful affirmation that you could use this week. And this is all I have for you for this week. I hope that this reading offers you some insight and some guidance. And my goal is that it's a little bit of light in your path. And if you like this video, let me know. And if you don't, it's okay too. May you have a blessed week, and with love and light.